seeing these.
But you could continue.
You could, if you want.
Yes, yes.
But remember, it's subliminal. It's subconscious. We need to be bombarded with these messages.
You do, Skip, and it already had started rubbing some white people the wrong way because you saw the senator that sent the email and asked the NBA, well, why don't you put the military? Why don't you put the police?
I got it, but you know that's going to be out there. I'm talking about a majority of white people. I believe a majority, and I don't have a scientific poll, but I believe a majority of white people in this country, for the first time in its history, have opened eyes, minds, maybe even hearts to, aha.
Yes, I agree.
You're going through that?
I agree.
That's happening? Wait, all these unarmed black men and women are getting murdered by white cops? What is that about? And we saw so many white, mostly kids or younger white people out protesting to the point that I kept telling you, some nights I watch the protests, it feels like there are more white people out there than black people.
And they're still.
Okay, and they're still going.
Skip, I think the thing is, and maybe this happened suddenly, but if you look at the NFL says, okay, at the beginning of the year, you tell us the cause, because you see the cause for the players put on their cleats.
Yep.
You bring it, okay, you bring your cause to the NFL. They vet it. They let you put it on your shoe moving forward. Skip, if you remember, and I know you remember this, Skip, when it came to the footballs, you know the two guys that went to the NFL says, we want more access to the footballs, we want to be able to handle them? It was two guys. It was Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Yeah. There's a reason why. Sure. Anybody else, they're like, man, get out of here.
Agreed.
But those two guys carried the lion's share of the weight. Okay. And they said, we want to have more access to the footballs because this thing of one day, so now you get to rub the balls down, you get to handle the balls, and sometimes you look at the ball like, damn, that ball like it played with in the 60s. That's because they've handled it so much.
Okay, I got it. Okay, so in the end, if that guy chooses just to put James on the back of his jersey, I promise you this is going to be the subliminal message to a lot of white people who don't know the nuances of the story, the depth of the story the way you and I know it. You know what it's going to say to them? If he doesn't care enough to put a message on the back of his jersey, maybe I, as a white guy, white woman, shouldn't care either. Maybe he's let it go now. Maybe all that's over now, and I don't want that to happen. He should have been the key to this with his personalized experiment. I don't know. He is a very creative thinker. He would have come up with one where I would have said, whoa, hadn't thought of that.
Maybe he wanted more than an athlete on the back.
Maybe he did. And speaking of that, I don't want him now to look like he is just shutting up and dribbling, because that's how it's coming. Well, I'm just telling you, it's how it's going to come across. Some people are going to say, well, which is the narrative he despises the most. And he fell right into that quote-unquote trap because he got pushed into the trap by his commissioner for not involving him in this process and allowing complete freedom.